episode 313 of Global from Asia.com. Halfway through 2020. What a year it's been. It's just me on the microphone giving you a little bit of updates of the last few months, what's happening, and what's the future, and hopefully some opportunities for some of you. Let's listen in today. Global from Asia.com/halfway 2020.
Welcome to the Global from Asia podcast, where the daunting process of running an international business is broken down into straight up actionable advice. And now, your host, Michael Michelini.
Do you enjoy the podcast? Do you enjoy what's happening here? Do you like our team? We actually have a few clients. ContentInvestments.com. We can help you build out your blogs, your podcasts, build out traffic to your websites. We leverage our amazing team, same processes, and we make things happen. You know, I barely got to see them, but I saw quite a few in the Philippines. We have people also in Vietnam, Canada, and other parts of the world. You know, we're totally remote and we work on result basis. So if you want to check it out, ContentInvestments.com. It means investing in content, investing in your business. Thank you everybody for choosing to download and listen to Global from Asia. Episode 313. 313 shows. That's quite a few for us. And we are halfway through 2020. It's July. It'll be July, almost July, when this show goes on. The last day of June 2020, June 30th, we'll go online. Actually, sometimes you might notice it even goes online a day earlier. We've been really heavily investing in the content of this show. Well, not just show, it's a website. It's got a lot of traffic over the years. And people always say they find us at Google searching for all kinds of random things. So we've been making some big upgrades because it's always good when traffic is down a little bit, less people searching for cross-border stuff, less people searching for, traveling into China and Asia. I mean, the travel industry, the event industry has gotten a hit, basically decimated. Even Airbnb is struggling. So, I know a lot of us have been struggling these days, and, today's is just an update. There's no interview. We got some interviews coming up. But it's a little bit of a gap, and it's been on my list to give you girls and guys an update of what's happening. So if you're not interested and just want the interviews, you can wait till next week. You can just skip this little show. But if you want to kind of hear what's happening here at the Global from Asia world and things here, listen in. All right. And hopefully there's going to be some opportunities. I'm trying to engage with more of you. It's been fun, actually. I've gotten to know some of you a little bit more the last few months with the Loadpipe experiences, and I just want to keep you updated what's happening. So let's go down the list. Just, I guess the last update was I did like a solo on the mic in end of March, and I was doing it on the quarantine bus when I landed into China and I got to Shenyang, and I spent hours and hours in the airport going through all kinds of different lines and checks. So I kind of updated everybody how I got back to China. So this will be like a little bit of an update of what's happened since I have been in China. Of course, I have my blah, blah, blah sessions, and some of you have been catching tidbits here and there, but I just thought this would be a good time to update everybody. And so then, I got stuck in a hotel for 2 weeks, even stuck in there on my birthday, and it's always my birthday. I don't know about all of you, but I just turned 39, and every year it goes by, you just realize you got to make things happen. So everybody's talking about masks. We had Ivan on the show talking about masks, and everybody's talking to me about masks and PPE stuff. So, we launched Loadpipe. It's been a domain, it's been an idea on my bucket list since 2007, since when I still lived in America, when I was still really clueless about sourcing from China, I had done some orders already from directories back in 2006, just a whole traditional Alibaba, global sources, Skype, chat, sample, send to the fulfillment centers, all that. I had really no idea what I was doing, and I thought of Loadpipe as like a group buy platform, as an organized platform to help people buy from factories. So I built that while I was in the quarantine with our amazing team we have, and we launched it. We'd sold masks. It was it's been the last few months. I think anybody in this whole trading, import, export, e-commerce world has just gotten rocked. I mean, Amazon stopped accepting shipments. I'll get to Alpha Rock in a second, and my relationships and the experiences there. But with the masks, like everybody was just getting rocked in their other businesses because basically in March, like I think everything turned off, right? Like Amazon turned a lot of, not everything, of course, their inbound shipments turned off. It scared so many sellers. So, everybody's just going nuts about what to do, what products, how to make income, and everybody's trying to get these government deals from like New York State to get masks, and it was just the most insane couple of months, like March, April, a little bit of May, was just totally insane. So we launched Loadpipe. We got some orders in. We helped some people, and some of you guys girls are listening. Thank you for your trust in us and in me. And it was really, really hell. I'll say that. Basically, I think we did a good service. We collected a lot of your wholesale orders for these masks where the factories and people wouldn't even talk to most of the people buying on Loadpipe because they were rather small orders. We worked with Insight Quality, which has always been a really great partner. Andy Church and Eno and the team there have always been so supportive of what we do here, so I really thank them for that. Definitely use them or consider using them for your QC and other needs or sourcing as well they can offer you. So definitely check them out if you don't know about them already. Insight-quality.com. We got them on the podcast a few times. So they helped out so much. It was a little bit of a hassle breaking down cartons and breaking down shipments into smaller orders. Getting it to Fulfillment Bridge, which is the service provider we had used for breaking down these shipments into boxes and sending it to different people all around the world, and these, basically breaking down bulk into it's called like the last mile shipping. So they send in smaller shipments, and and then you're just watching this tracking number sitting in Shenzhen warehouse, sitting in Hong Kong warehouse, sitting in the U.S. Customs. I was just painfully waiting for all of our orders, and we had quite a few. I really appreciate that. And then people started receiving them, and the scary reality was a lot of these boxes got crushed. Okay, I was getting pictures of crushed boxes, and it was really a nightmare. I treat most of you and people in my network as friends, and seeing pictures of smashed boxes is pretty stressful for me. So we are working on that still. It's 3 months since the orders even started, but we're working on getting new boxes to those that had enough damaged boxes. Fulfillment Bridge will pay for the shipping of those boxes, and I think we're going to just pick up most of the cost of the box printing fees. So factories won't give us boxes because they don't want counterfeits. But basically, it's been months of, really stressful making sure everybody gets their masks. And now that the PPE stuff is slowing down, it is a holiday today. I'm recording this on Dragon Boat Festival, and just got a message. The wife and kids are waiting for me at lunch, but I want to do this. I told them to do this. All right, back to the show. So we've been trying to figure out what to do after this PPE craze. Demand has seemed to have dropped off. A lot of people are still waiting for this second wave of the pandemic, and people then need masks again, and it's kind of almost a little bit weird because you see some people I talk to, they're just, I don't want to say hoping, but of course they'll make either money or maybe they just want to break even or they just want to sell what they have, just trying to sell this PPE mask stuff. But it is a little bit scary around the world, looking at these numbers of cases and deaths is really, really scary. So let me just finish this situation. So, we tried to do some non-PPE products on Loadpipe, and it's just kind of tricky to figure out how to move forward. I'm talking to some people, some of our users, some of our members, some people in the community about, working with us. But right now, I'm going to say we're kind of just... we collected a lot of feedback. Now I'm totally clear what Loadpipe has to be to work, but we're taking a little bit of, I guess a break, or there are some people that want to invest in it. Maybe we'll have some people joining it. Actually, there's some opportunities at the end of this show that we will talk about for people that want to get more formally involved with what we're doing here in this empire. We built a pretty big empire in the community, the traffic on this site and other sites. So basically, the second wave's not here. People are almost, waiting for it to sell more of their product. But we're on hold right now at Loadpipe. I've talked to some of you, and we're going to kind of talk to some of you in the community to take over. Not take over, but take a part of it with me. And if you maybe are interested, wait till the end of the show and we can talk about that. A lot of you have been asking me what's happened with me and Alpha Rock. We had even a little podcast there. We had, a lot of different stuff. Basically, after the March pandemic, Amazon shutting their doors and just these huge changes, and there's been a lot of policy changes there. It's gotten to be already a huge investment company with SEC, and the short story is I'm still a shareholder. I still am a part of it, but I'm not an active part of it. I've talked to some people that invested in it through finding out about it from me. I really appreciate those people. I think that they're happy. They're getting their monthly reports. I'm getting monthly reports. Alpha Rock sends out a report every month to current investors. They're going to open up a round in July. I'm still really good friends with everybody there. There's no hard feelings. It's just really a different, that's my style. I'm an early stage investor, or I'm an early stage person in a company, and I'm a happy shareholder. I told them I can't wait to sell my shares for multiple millions of dollars. And Vedas and Alex and Mark and David and those guys are all really great and supportive, and we're friends. And I think that's hopefully clear. No hard feelings. That's just that was always in the kind of the idea anyway. So that's the story with Alpha Rock. Definitely, if you want to invest in them, I'm a minority passive shareholder, and it's great to get exposure. If you want to get exposure to Amazon FBA without being involved in the operations at all. So another good friend of mine has been talking to me. He calls me he says the 3C. Jeff, I don't know I think you listen to some of these podcasts. Maybe you listen to this podcast. But he says, I have to focus on what I'm good at, right? 3 C's, he says, is content, consulting, and community. Same with the Alpha Rock guys. They say, they really supported me to build my personal brand even more. If you ever check out Michelini.com, I'd love your feedback from people, but I built that out to make it more clear of who I am and what I do, with the support actually and feedback of Alpha Rock. So thank you guys. And Jeff was saying, focus on content. Content's pretty clear, right? I talked to my friend Leon recently, and content is this show. Content is blogs. Content is videos, and keep on creating and creating. I love creating. So that's pretty clear. I think you guys would all agree I'm a content person. Consulting, we do projects. I consulted actively with Alpha Rock. I've helped people, with their website marketing. I still actually have a couple projects for people making their content at contentinvestments.com. So we do these kind of content projects, marketing projects. And the third is community. Honestly, I don't know. He says, I don't know if I'm so good at community, but we do have a membership, gfavip.com. We actually just had another members call for mindfulness meditation, which was amazing. And it was a good group of 9 people on that. So that was pretty awesome. But community is also just connecting with people. Like I talked to Nacho. Nacho says he really appreciates me. He found out about a cross-border summit in 2017. He attended. He met a lot of amazing people. He was doing B2B trading, and he got into Amazon. I guess he was looking to get into Amazon already, or maybe he was even doing it a little bit already, but I think you would agree, he was still early stage. He went to one of the workshops with Mayor after. We did like a mastermind workshop, and he's a hard worker, man. I don't know if he listens to this show. I think he used to be on the newsletter, but I was chatting to him, and he just said thank you. He met his business partner there, Sean, and he, went to learned at the cross-border summit. He went to that workshop with Mayor. He made a business partnership with Sean, and they sold their company for $1.7 million. That's pretty amazing, right? I think that's community, right? I love those stories. I love connecting people and enabling people to make a better life for themselves. And there's lots of stories like that in the community. So thank you, Nacho, for appreciating how we helped you. And let us go to the next point. So those are 3 C's. And then what's next, right? What's next? What everybody's asking me, what's next for you, Mike? What are you doing now? What are you doing now? I don't hear much happen with Loadpipe, Alpha Rock. What are you up to, So I have been reallocating resources, and those that know me, I have lots of websites. Like I even said, Loadpipe was on the shelf, sitting there since 2007. I think Zach Franklin jokes how much I must pay for my domain renewals every year. But they are active. I mean, they have traffic. They're not just sitting domains. They have content and they have traffic, and some are making money every month on Amazon Associates, Amazon Affiliates. It was almost like a hobby, but I'm trying to take that hobby and I'm going to make it a little bit more of my full-time thing. Honestly, I spent all morning this morning building up a few of these new websites, not new, or just dusting the dust off, checking the Google AdSense, checking the Amazon Associates fees, you figuring out how to put on Amazon Associates on the Amazon links, because they're just blank Amazon links. They don't have the tracking code. A lot of my friends laugh at me. They're like, Mike, you have so much money here. So I'm going to try to make this like something interesting. I'm going to kind of clean up some of my 5 to 10 top sites with, making decent traffic, in multiple thousands per month, with not totally really properly monetized sites, and I'm going to build them up for the rest of this year. And some of my friends like Leon in Australia was talking to me. He says, I have this, I still do this podcast. My wife's like, what? Why are you going to just do that by yourself? Why we have an amazing team, like the team is listed this long now. We have about 7 or 8 people on this team. So of course I'm working with the team, but Wendy's like, and Leon and anybody else I talked to was like, Mike, you got to involve the other people in this community with what you're doing, right? And, we want to get back to Loadpipe. We're still working on Loadpipe. It's not like I just, it's just getting in, it's got to be redeveloped, We got to kind of collect all this feedback and reposition it. So I want to make some of you more successful. I'm not trying to pitch anything. I don't really have a solid pitch right now. But basically, the idea is, hey, I got this podcast, and I'm going to keep doing these interviews. And if some of you want to get involved with me in like a pilot program to work with me on building up these sites and monetizing and selling some of them, but I don't know. I'd like to. I'm a pack ratter, right? I like to kind of have sites, but I'm going to force myself to sell some of these by the end of the year, and at least a couple of them. And they're, it's basically e-commerce or affiliate sites that need a little bit of TLC and, of course, a lot more content. But if you guys know me by now, we can make content and we can generate traffic. So the idea is, if some of you want to work with me on these, I'm a hustler and we got a great team. I just feel like building these up, it seems like a great time. The multiples just keep going up and up and up for these sites. There's more and more brokers. There's more people asking me also if I know people that are selling sites. If they, so I just want to get to know more people in this industry. We've had, great people. Even Matt Diggity was on this show last year. He's doing amazing things, as you know. So I'm going to be working on that. And I'm going to try to make a little bit of a program. Maybe this one will be a test, but I can't, Sistano, we put it up totally public. We did the e-commerce gladiator series and it worked, but I did feel like there was some competitors popping up, but I guess that's normal with Amazon. But I don't know if I'm going to be so transparent about what the sites are. I think it just seems like, from what I listen to with everybody, and most people don't share the sites. So I think I'll only share the sites to the people in the program, maybe even make some NDAs. And, I in and exit them by at least a few by the end of this year, maybe even earlier. That's the plan. And I want to keep podcasting because I love to do it. Honestly, I just look at this as I just pay, I think, it's like, we pay about a few $100s or so a month for this podcast, creating it and doing all the work. Maybe a little bit more, maybe, but I don't mind, I like to create this show. I like to network with you, meet you guys sometimes in other parts of the world, saying you guys listen to this show. And the numbers are increasing, we do have downloads and listeners, but I don't want to think about how to monetize you guys. I just like to share with you. And maybe no cross-border summit this year. I know we were thinking about it, but it's probably going to be no offline event this year, at least for us. So this is what I'm going to be working on. And it would be cool to work with some of you. And then if you're in the GFA VIP membership, you're going to get to see those happening here and see how you can get more involved. If you are not in the membership and you do want to get involved, I'm going to put a link to a form on this podcast. And it'll be, a little bit about you and what you want to do. If you want to be an active investment, active partner, contributing to the content and to the development of these sites, or you want to kind of just put some cash in and hope you get some cash out. It's what we did with Sisatano, and it's what I like to do. I like to pool some resources together. I'll be talking to some people in the network too, and I'll probably give you more firm ideas in the next few shows. So honestly, this is just like a midway through the year update. And just thought I would share. It's 20 minutes now. It's almost lunchtime, and the phone's going to probably buzz again. I think that's all I got for this week. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope you enjoy these shows. And if you do want to get involved with these affiliate sites, I'm not doing dropship, or e-commerce or FBA right now. I mean, I do have a non-compete with my friends at Alpha Rock and FBA, but I feel like anyways I want to work more on affiliate sites. I guess Amazon will probably be the main one. It's just easy, but I know the rates are going down, so we will have some others. We'll diversify some of our revenue streams, and it's what I've done, and I have quite a few resources in the toolbox and an active team of people that make content all day. So that's it. I guess if you want to be early in on this, we'll probably have a call. I know some people even want to have a call about being part of Loadpipe, investing in Loadpipe, which could be part of it, but that's also being developed right now. Excuse me. But that's it. I'm going to cut it off now. I got to go. So thanks so much for listening. I hope this show is interesting to you. Just a quick one is, I went down to... My wife and kids came to China because her parents were sick. I was here for Christmas. I went to the Philippines, worked with Alpha Rock closely to kind of accelerate my relationship. Volcano went off, COVID happened, barely made it back to China, back in China, quarantine, transitioned there, did Loadpipe, PPE is down, Loadpipe I'm trying to figure out where to go next, work with some people there if you want to get involved with that. But the main thing I'm going to be planning to do is building up more media sites, content sites, potentially, most likely at least sell a couple of them. I have quite a few, but I think I got to at least sell a couple by the end of the year. And I think if I work with some of you, you can help me push me to do that. So I think that's it for now. Thanks again for listening, and I hope to hear from you. Again, click the link on the show notes. There should be a link on all the podcast apps. And that's it. Thank you. Bye-bye. Do you want to get more insights of what's happening with me and the Global from Asia team? Check out gfavip.com, our Global from Asia VIP members program. As I talked about in today's episode, we're going to be sharing more information about some of the sites we're building up, some of the things we're investing in, things I can't share with the show. We did Sisatano pretty publicly and had a great little exit, and things happened, but I think in the next stages of what projects we do here with our community and those that want to be part of it, we're going to be a little bit more private. So if you want to get insights of what's happening with what we're building, check it out at gfavip.com. Members calls, forum, insights, and more. See you on the inside.
To get more info about running an international business, please visit our website at www.globalfromasia.com. That's www.globalfromasia.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to our iTunes feed. Thanks for tuning in.